Hello everybody. Today we will discuss about the designing of the low pass filter using the basic functions that are used in the MATLAB. We will use the functions like the design and the F design, and in this designing approach we will utilize the concepts of the pass band edge frequency, stop band edge frequency, and then we will utilize here uh, the attenuation in the pass band, attenuation in the stop band, and also we will utilize the parameter that is the uh, here the sampling frequency. So on the basis of these 5 parameters, that is the pass band edge frequency, stop band edge frequency, attenuation in the pass band, attenuation in the stop band, and sometimes it is named as the ripples in the pass band and ripples in the stop band. And the 5th parameter is the sampling frequency. We will decide the order of the filter and we will design the filter, and then we will analyze these designed filter in terms of the amplitude, uh, phase, that is the amplitude response, phase response, pole zero plot, coefficients, etc. here. Now see, for the purpose of the designing, we will use here the FIR, and as we know, FIR is said to be the stable because there is no feedback. It can be said that it has the inherent stability during the time of the implementation due to the non-recursive nature, and it has the linear phase response, that it attains the linear phase, and it has the simple extensibility to multi-rate cases, that is a single rate designed FIR filter may be converted to the multi-rate cases here. In this example will show here the functionality that are used in the DSP system toolbox for the purpose of the designing of the low pass FIR filter. So here we are going to describe the designing of the low pass FIR filter, that is also known as the moving average filter here. See, if in order to design the low pass filter, we will consider the cutoff frequency, that is the 0.4. Here it is the normalized frequency, 0.4 pi radian per second samples here, and not the normalized, but it is the 0.4 pi radian per second or the per sample here. And we will consider here the n, that is the order of the 100, and filter function that will be used in order to design the filter is the F design, and we are designing here the low pass filter with the values of the n and the fc here. The two functions will be generated here. Two transfer functions will be generated here by using the design here the F design concept, that is the using the first algorithm is the Hamming algorithm, and the second one is the Chebyshev algorithm here. So we are using the two algorithms in order to design the FIR filter. One is the Hamming window, and the second one is the here the Dolph-Chebyshev window. That is the two algorithms will be utilized in order to design the filter having the same specification, that is the cutoff frequency is 0.4, and the sampling here the order is the 100. Now see here, after the designing, whatever is the result that will be visualized in the filter visualization tool, that is the FV tool. We again move to the previous slide here. Then in order to represent this one, we are using here the FV tool. The both functions, that is the SD1 and the SD2, and here we will use the two legends, one for the Hamming window and the second one for the Dolph-Chebyshev window design here. Now the same can also be tested here on the MATLAB, and that is the, if we write the code on the MATLAB, then how these functions will be generated here. See here, this is the code here, and we will write this code into the here the command prompt of the MATLAB, and say first we write here the CLC in order to clear the screen here. Now we will write the command here. The commands are same, that is, and then we'll get here the this type of the magnitude response of the designed filter. So if we design the FIR filter using the two windows, one is the Hamming window and the second one is the Dolph-Chebyshев window, and we are using here the F design function, then we will get this type of the amplitude response here. And we can also analyze these responses, that is the frequency versus the phase, that is known as the phase response, or we can also plot the magnitude and phase response both simultaneously in order to analyze the responses here. We can here see the group delay response of the design filter. So this is the group delay response of the design filter here, phase delay of the response, and we can see the impulse response of the design filter, and the impulse responses of both the algorithms are displayed here, Hamming window and the Dolph-Chebyshев window here. And we can also represent the step response here. Now see, we are just using the concept of the designing the filter, the concept of the virtual lab. That is, actually we are not in the laboratory, but we can here design and analyze the performance of the required filter here. And we are designing these filters using the F design command, having the two algorithms. One is the Hamming algorithm and the second one is the Dolph-Chebyshев window algorithm. Now we can compare the performances of these two algorithms also here, and we can make another type of the analysis, that is the pole zero plot. Here these are the pole zero plot of the filter design filter here. Filter coefficients for both one, that is the these are the filter coefficients for the design filter. One is the first one is the for the Hamming window, and the coefficients for the Dolph-Chebyshев window just starts from here. Since in the FIR filter there will be only the numerator, that's why the coefficients of the numerators are represented here. So, and now we can also use the filter information. What is the information related to the design filter? Now if we see for the Hamming window, then we'll find that the filter structure is direct from FIR filter, and the filter length is 101. Since the order is 100, we have selected the order 100, that is the n was selected as 100. So the filter length will become the 100 plus 1, that is the 101, and filter is stable, linear phase, yes. And there are the four types of the linear phase. It is the type 1. And the design method information, that is the design algorithm that has been used, is the window here. And the design options is scale, pass, and true. This is true here. We are using the window, that is the Hamming window here. And similarly, we can describe the other parameters here. That is, what is the sample rate? It is not available because of the normalized frequency has been used here. Response is the low pass type. The specification is the order and the cutoff frequency. Filter order is 100 and filter length is 101. Cutoff frequency is 0.4. And measurements, that is the here the pass band is unknown. 3 dB point takes place at the 0.39202. 6 dB at the 0.40001. And stop band is, pass band is, stop band attenuation, transition band attenuation are the unknown parameters here. Now we can analyze what is the complexity or what is the implementation cost of the design filter when we are using the Hamming window. It depends upon the number of the multipliers, adders, and number of the states that are used here. That is the energy storing states here, and the multiplications per input samples that are required, additions per input samples that are required here. And after these analysis, now we can move to the another algorithm, that is the Dolph-Chebyshев window algorithm. That is again here we have used this algorithm in order to design the same filter having the same specification. Now we can compare the discrete time filter, the complexity, the cost, and the performance of the design filter. Now we can also analyze the another type of the estimates like the magnitude response analysis, round off noise, power spectrum, etc. here. After these analysis, we can again here the move to the previous one, that is just coming to the PPT presentation here, that is we have described the designing of the FIR filter having the two types of the window. One is the Hamming window and the second one is the here the Chebyshev window. Now see here, this is the response which we have already discussed. Now if we see, then we will find with the Dolph-Chebyshev window, we can decrease the transition region by increasing the filter order here. Suppose in the previous one we have designed the filter having the order of the 100, and in that one we have used the two algorithms. One is the Chebyshev and the second one is the Hamming window here. Now we are just going to describe the designing of a filter using the same algorithm, that is we are using the Dolph-Chebyshev window algorithm, but here we are changing the order. That is, the first filter will be designed for the order of the 100 and the second filter will be designed for the order of the 200 here. So here the first filter, that is the filter order, is the 200 and the second one is the order is the 100 here. And now if we design this type of the filter, then we will see that for the order of the 100, the response is this one here, that is the blue in color, and for the 200, this is the 200, and having the same algorithm. In both the cases we are using the same algorithm, but what is the difference here? The order. Now we have enhanced the order of the filter. So what is the advantage of the order of enhancing the order of the filter? Here the transition band decreases. Now if we see the ideal filter, then in the ideal filter, what is the transition band? Transition band is 0. Transition band is nothing but it is a gap between the stop band is frequency and the pass band is frequency. So if we discuss about the low pass filter, in the ideal case, then in the low pass filter the transition band must be the 0 here, and ripples in the pass band must be 0, as well as in the stop band also here. So if we see, then we will find there are the three parameters. One is the attenuation in the pass band or ripples in the pass band, and the second one is the ripples or the attenuation in the stop band, and the third is the gap between the pass band is frequency and stop band is frequency, that is known as the here the transition band or the transition range between the pass band and the stop band. And now we see these three properties may be considered as a triangle of a triangle. When we try to improve any one property, then this improvement can be achieved at the cost of the loss in remaining two at here the parameters, or we can enhance any one parameter and the second parameter may be considered as a fixed, and but we will again achieve this enhancement in the parameter at the cost of the third parameter here. So here this is the description, and now again we can represent this one, that is the if we write this code in the MATLAB prompt command window, then we will find the response same which we have shown here on the PPT. We are just going to write the command in the command window here, and we will get here the response. Now see the responses. Here we will get this type of the response, that is when we write the command, then we'll find this response here. Now if we are interested for the minimum order low pass filter design, then what will happen when the order is decreased and when minimum order is designed? If we are trying to decrease the order, then we have to make a compromise with the ripples in the pass band as well as the attenuation in the stop band. So on the basis of these two parameters, that is on the basis of loss in these two parameters, one is the attenuation in the pass band as well as the ripples in the stop band, we can decrease the order of the filter here. So if we are interested in order to design any filter having the minimum order, then it is not advisable, because we have to maintain at the here the some permissible range of the ripples in the pass band as well as the attenuation in the stop band. So if we are interested in order to design the filter having the minimum order, naturally here these two properties will suffer. So here this is the example that here the source what will happen if we try to decrease the order of the filter. Then we have to make a compromise between the here the passband passband ripples as well as the stop band attenuation here. Optimal here the minimum order. So here in order to get the optimal order, we are using here the one window that is known as the Kaiser window here, and the second algorithm is the equiripple design here. So in order to design a filter, now we are using the two algorithms again. One is the Kaiser window and the second one is the equiripple design here. Now see, if we see the performance here, the performance are more or less both are same here. Now, but what is the drawback here with the Kaiser window, that in order to get the same specification, that is same performance, the order of the Kaiser window must be much higher than that of the equiripple filter design here. So we avoid the using of the Kaiser window here. Now see, if we are interested in order to design this filter, that is suppose this is the filter here. If we write this one in the command window, but before this one we have to write the specification. So specification is this one here. Control C and write here the specification, and this is the response for this specification, that is the sample rate is not applicable here, and the passband is the 0.38, 3 dB point is this one, 6 dB point is 0.4, and the stop band is 0.42, passband ripple is 0.01658 dB, and the stop band attenuation is 60.09. Now, if we are interested in order to use the optimal minimum order for the two algorithms, one is the Kaiser algorithm and the second one is the equiripple here. Just write this one. Now see, this is the response, that is the Kaiser window design and the equiripple design here. Now again we can analyze these responses here for the purpose of the phase response and phase and magnitude both here, and we can also here the see what will be the impulse response of these filters. One is the here the blue one is related to the Kaiser window and the green one is related to the equiripple filter here. And step response of the design filter, that is the when this design filter is subjected to the step as the input, then what will be the response of this one. And at the same time we can analyze here the pole zero plot of these two design filter, that is the Kaiser window filter and the equiripple filter. In both the cases, what will the location and the position of the poles and zeros that can be represented here. And here we can also describe what will the numerator terms, that is the coefficients of the design filter for the equiripple and for the Kaiser windows here. Now see here the both the windows are described. The first one is the Kaiser window, and this for the second we are getting here the coefficients of the equiripple design. Also we can analyze the filter information that describes what is the filter structure, filter length. Now if we see carefully here, then we will find that discrete time FIR filter, that is for the real purposes here, the filter length is the 183. If the filter length is 183, it means the order of the filter is 182. The filter is stable, linear phase is exists type for the type 1, and the design method here, design algorithm we have used is the Kaiser window. So for the Kaiser window, what is the order of the filter is the 182, having, and the filter the performance having the same performance, whatever is the performance for the Kaiser window, the same has to be maintained for the equiripple. And in the case of the Kaiser window, we are getting here the order of the 182, that is the filter length is the 183 here. The design specification, that is what is the here the specification: pass band is frequency, stop band is frequency, attenuation in the pass band, attenuation in the stop band, and here we can describe the measurements of this one, and we can also describe here the implementation cost, that is what are the number of the multipliers. Naturally that will become the 183, headers will become the 182, number of the states, energy storing states here 182, and the multiplication per input sample is 183, and addition per input sample is 182. This is the description about the Kaiser window, that is when the filter is designed in order to maintain the specification which we have given. And when we say specification is nothing but that describes what will be the pass bandage frequency, stop bandage frequency, and what will be the attenuation in the pass band, what will be the attenuation in the stop band, and what is the sampling frequency. So on the basis of these 5 parameters, we have to maintain the property performance of the designed filter. So for the same performance, here we are getting the 182 order of the filter using the Kaiser window. Now if we see, if we are using the another algorithm, that is the equiripple algorithm here, then what will be the order here? The filter length is 146. It means the filter order will become 145. See here the difference. In the first case, that is in the case of the Kaiser window, the order is 182, and in this case it is the 145. So this is the difference here. That is, in order to maintain the same performance, the order of the Kaiser window is much higher. That's why generally we avoid the using the Kaiser window here. Again, coming to the point here, that is the presentation related to the designing here. And now again we are repeating this one, that is it is a pros of the virtual lab, that is without any actual lab, how we can perform for the purpose of the designing of the any filter, and then how its analysis will be made, and how we can design the optimize the performance of the design filter, and then how this filter can be implemented for the purpose of the application in a particular field here. Now again, if we are interested to control the filter order and the pass band ripple and the stop band attenuation here. Now see here, if we as we have described, the 3 parameters play their key role during the time of the designing of the filter. One is the pass band ripples, stop band attenuation. Third one is the gap between the stop band and the pass band edge frequency, that is the transition band here. Now if we are interested in order to control the filter order and maintaining the same transition bit, then it means we have to make a compromise on the pass band ripples and with the pass band ripples and with the stop band attenuation. So see here, if we use this concept here, then we can get if we are interested to maintain the order and maintain the transition band, then naturally we have to make a compromise for the pass band ripples and the stop band attenuation performances here. Here we design an equiripple filter. We will use, first we will define these parameters. What are the parameters? Pass band is frequency, stop band is frequency, pass band attenuation and stop band attenuation. Then we will design the equiripple filter here using this command here, that is the fdesign, and for first filter will be designed here, and then set the number of the coefficients to 101, that is the order must be equal to the 100. The cutoff frequency fc is given 0.4, and again we will define here these terms here. Then we will generate here the transfer function 2, that is the HD2, design a second equiripple filter with the given constraints here, and then we will represent these filters in the filter visualization tool here. Now the answer is something like in this manner, that is the sample rate is given, pass band edge frequency will be this one, 3 dB frequency will be this, 6 dB frequency 0.4, and now if stop band edge frequency 0.43134, pass band ripples is this one, stop band ripples is this one here. Now the transition bits will be the here the stop band edge frequency minus the pass band edge frequency. So this is the pass band edge frequency, stop band edge frequency. So the difference is this one. So this is the transition width here. Now see here the performance. The equal ripple design, this one here, that is the green in color, 146 the blue in color. So if we are increasing the order here, then transition band decreases here. So in order to control the transition band, that is the in order to decrease the transition band, now we have to improve the order if we are trying to maintain the ripples in the pass band as well as the attenuation in the stop band. Now see here, again we can generate this one by using these commands here. Just write these commands in the command window, and we will generate here the filters that will be generated here. See the response, and these are the filter. So having the order of the 101 and the 146 respectively here, but having the same design algorithm, that is the equal ripple design here. Again, we can analyze these performance in terms of the magnitude response, phase response here, are also magnitude and phase, both responses here can be seen and analyzed, and group delay. And we can also analyze here what will be the impulse response, that is the design filter is subjected to the impulse, then what will be the responses here. Similarly for the step response, and we can also analyze here what will be the pole zero plot, what will be the location and positions of the poles and zeros for these two types of the algorithms here. And we can also analyze here the filter coefficients. We can get here the filter information. Either we can select these one, or there are the different icons given related to the magnitude plot here, the phase plot, magnitude and phase both. And then this is the group delay, this is the phase delay, this is the impulse response, step response, and pole zero plot, and this is the related to the filter coefficients, and here the filter information, etc. Here these are the filter information given, and this is related to equal ripple having the 146 order of the direct form FIR filter. And for the second one, the order is the here the length is 101, that is the order is the 100 here. Now see, controlling the transition region width here, if we are interested to control the transition region, that is we are trying to maintain the transition width, then for this purpose we have we can control the transition width. That if we are interested to decrease the transition band, then naturally we have to increase the order if we are maintaining the same that is the ripples in the pass band edge frequency and attenuation in the stop band. It is possible to increase the attenuation in the stop band while keeping the same filter order and the transition width by use of the bits. Here we can increase the attenuation in the stop band having the same order and that same transition width by use of the bits here. So use of the bit are a way of specifying the relative importance of the pass band ripples versus the stop band attenuation. By default, the pass band and stop band are equally weighted here. A weight of 1 is assigned to each. If we increase the stop band weight, we can increase the stop band attenuation at the expense of increasing the stop band ripples as well. If we are trying to increase the, however, by default the pass band and stop band weights are same and both are assigned as 1. But if we are interested to increase the stop band weight, then we can increase the stop band attenuation at the expense of the increasing the stop band ripples as well. See here, in this one we are getting here the stop band attenuation the 48.0068, because we have here the introduced the stop band weight 5 in place of the stop band 1. Here in the first one, that is the blue in color, the stop band weight and the stop band weight pass band and the stop band weight both are the one. But in the second one, that is the green in color, the pass band weight is 1 and stop band weight is 5 here. Now we can here again see that another possibility is to specify the exact pass stop band attenuation. If we are interested to maintain the stop band attenuation and desired, that is desired, and then this can be done at the cost of the pass band ripple. If we are trying to maintain the same transition weight, then this can be done. That is that here the to specify the exact stop band attenuation desired and the loss over the pass band ripples, we can get here the same performance. So here if we are trying to maintain the transition band, or we are trying to improve the transition band here, and at the same time we are interested to maintain the exact stop band attenuation, then this can be done by the loss of in the third parameter, that is the attenuation in the this is the stop band here. So what we have done in this discussion, we have designed a digital filter using the window approach, and the filter that we have designed is the FIR, that is finite impulse response without any feedback. And for the purpose of the designing, we have utilized the concept of the windowing. And in the window method, we have first utilized the two windows. One is the Kaiser window and the second one is the equiripple. Here first we have utilized the Hamming and the Chebyshev windows, and then we have described the properties of the Chebyshev and the Hamming windows here. Then we have also described, if we are interested to design the filter and we are using the two algorithm for the in order to maintain the same performance, and we have utilized the Kaiser window as well as the second one was the equiripple window. Then we have observed that for the purpose of the maintaining the same performance, the order related to the Kaiser window must be much higher. For example, in the previous one, we have to maintain the 182 order with respect to the 145 order of the equiripple here. So in the case of the Kaiser window, the order must be the 182, and for the same performance, and whereas the order related to the equiripple was 145. So this is the reason that we avoid the using the equiripple here, because the cost will be cost of the implementation will be much larger in comparison with the equiripple here. Then we have moved to the second domain here, that in order to design any FIR filter, we have to maintain the three parameters. One is the ripples in the pass band, that is and attenuation in the stop band, then a gap between the stop band edge frequency and the stop here the pass band edge frequency, that is the transition width here. So if we are interested, ideally what must be the here the this performance, the ideally the ripples in the pass band must be 0, transition band width must be 0 here, and attenuation in the stop band must be very large, such that that there should be no ripples in the stop band also here. So what is our objective? Our objective is to minimize the ripples in the pass band as well as in the stop band, and also to decrease the transition band towards the 0 here. But what is the here the challenges? The challenges are like in this manner, that these three parameters are behaving like the three angle of a triangle here. So when we are moving to enhance or modify any one angle, then what will happen? The remaining two will be affected by that change or the modification. Same is the true with this aspect here, that when we can improve any one parameter on the cost of the two parameters, or at least maintaining one parameter and at the cost of the third parameter here, and vice versa here. So we have observed that what will happen if we are trying to maintain the transition band, if we So in order to maintain the transition band, and then we can either get the same performance by decreasing the order at the cost of the loss in the ripples in the pass band and the ripples in the stop band, or we can get this here the performance by decreasing the by increasing the transition band here. Similarly, we have seen that if we are trying to maintain the transition band, then the improvement in the ripples in the pass band or ripples in the stop band can be achieved by the loss of in another parameter here. That what achieve here the enhancement in one parameter can be achieved by the loss in the another parameter here. So these are the concepts which we have discussed in designing of the FIR low pass filter here. And now we can move to the another aspects of the designing of the filter. So and also after designing that, whatever was the design performance that was visualized in the filter visualization tool, that is FV tool, and then we have analyzed it. And how the analysis was taken, the analysis was made on the basis of the magnitude response, phase response, magnitude and phase, both responses here, pole zero plot, coefficients and their information, that is the complexity analysis and the study, that is what will be the cost of the implementation. So on the basis of these parameters, we have analyzed the performance of the designed filter. Now if we are getting the here the satisfactory result after analysis, if the result is satisfactory, then naturally we can move for the purpose of the implementation. So in this lecture, we have discussed how the virtual concept of the laboratory can be utilized in order to design the filter, in order to analyze it, and then in order to get the satisfactory result implementation. So this is about the design and of the FIR filter using the concept of the functions. Here in this designing, we have utilized only the basic functions of the MATLAB to design the FIR low pass filter here. Thank you very much.